All right, everybody. JT here, back with you in the studio, Studio 10-4 live, and it's the weekly update, and it is October 22nd. And this is just a flyby month, man. It's just cruising by. So many shows, so many things going on that can't even kind of gather the time as it passes by. Just seems to be cruising on by us, and more happening every time I turn around. Something else. We're always kind of getting ready to go somewhere and coming back from somewhere, and then getting ready to go somewhere else. So, of course, we've got our big show coming up in November. It's just right around the corner, and it is going to be the 10-4 Trucker Rodeo and Show down in Bakersfield at the Kern Raceway. Kevin Harvick, Kern Raceway. So, had a great time this last weekend at the Dixon May Fairgrounds there in Dixon, California. Bobtail Apparel show, and another good one in the books, man. A lot of good trucks, a lot of good folks. Been a lot of fun. In the last couple of shows I've been to see people that I haven't really lost touch with, but just haven't seen that much of, and that's been nice to be able to catch up a little bit and see each other in person rather than either a text or an email or whatever virtually. It's just not the same as being there live and in person. We've got some great guests lined up for you guys today. CG and Ashleigh Soza are going to talk about their show, of course. We're going to wrap up the Soza Memorial Truck Show. Dan is going to drop in here and give us what's up with the 10-4 Trucker Rodeo and Show, latest and greatest, as well as sharing some unfortunate news that just seems to happen all too often in our world. And really in the last few years, it just seems like it is just always something is happening, and we'll be talking about that too. Miss Ingrid Brown in the studio with us today. Of course, Ingrid, always great to have with us and talk and get caught up. She's just fun to talk to pretty much about anything, and specifically today we're going to focus in on the Las Vegas Invitational show that just happened. And to really even just add to that and make it even all that much better, founder Sheri, and I have Sheri in the studio now with us, Sheri Goldstrom. She's going to be telling us what this show is all about, and I really like how this show has been happening. It sort of brings in the unusual suspects, if you will, because there's some people we know and are used to seeing at shows, and then there's people that are at her show that she's picking out and inviting because it is an invitational, and therefore being sort of out of the circles of the, always trucking show competition guys and gals that we compete and hang out with. We get her view and her vision of what she likes and sees out there that she wants to make into a truck show. So that's a nice take, and I think it's a refreshing one. Can't wait to talk to her. Right now, what I want to do is I want to bring Dan in. Dan, the man, of course, editor, co-founder, and the guy that really is 10-4, 10-4 magazine. That is. Dan, what's going on?
Just working my tail off on the next issue and rodeo stuff and doing all the things that we need to do.
Yeah, like your plate's not full enough with the magazine every month. You got a show to put on again. So here we go.
We've attended 3 shows in the last 4 weeks. So it's been a pretty hectic little string of days here.
It is. And when you bring the TFK trailer to a show, I mean, it's not just show up and hang out and shoot pictures. There's a whole setup and operation and teardown that goes along with that. And it's a kind of a big undertaking. Thank goodness for the team that puts that all together and makes it happen, whoever's there at whatever show we're at. And of course, Roger and Annette, and that's Gidelli. As many people would probably wonder if Roger's last name is Bigini. It's not.
It's not. We tease him it is, but it is not.
But I think he might be as Magini as you get without having that blood running through him, but he's as close as you can get to being one. So love having those guys along and making the best Bloody Marys around. So to always set us off and get our day going great. There's a fantastic recipe that he's got for those Bloody Marys, and they're delicious. So as much fun and cool and awesome things as we have happening on a daily basis in the 10-4 world, we also have these unfortunates, and there's one that happened today, and that, well, we were made aware of today anyway. And Dan, I'll let you kind of touch on that.
Well, one of our family members who was a pretty popular guy, and a lot of people know, Harm Spearstra, who was known for a lot of things, one of which being on our cover back in June 2013. He was known for, that was his 1979 352H, which is kind of a rare 110-inch cab, almost all original, beautiful cab over that we featured on the cover. But, Harm trucked for 40 years. He hauled hay, he hauled cars. But a lot of people, maybe they should go back and read the story on our website, which you're looking at right now. I mean, Harm did a lot of things. He was 50% owner at one point of American Trucker magazine, back when it was cool. It's still around, but it isn't cool anymore. Hasn't been for a long time. And,
we're the only cool magazine. I got to throw that out there.
Okay.
If it's cool, it's 10-4 magazine. Anyway.
I mean, Harm also, a lot of people, if you don't remember the story, he was very influential in one of the 5 or 6 truck drivers that got together.
Uh-oh, vapor lock. Come back to us, Dan. Come back to us, Dan. The squirrel must have stopped spinning the cage up there on the mountain, and unfortunately, gosh darn it, we lost Dan in the mix there. Come back to us, Dan. All right, well, Dan will come back, and if you can hear us, close it and come back, and then that way maybe we'll get you back in here. In fact, I'm going to kick Dan from the studio right there. He goes. He's going to do just that. Hey, Sheri, just a word of advice. You might want to wipe that lens off just a little bit. We got you in a little bit of a fog there. Dan's back. Here we go. Maybe not. Hey, and by the way, hello to everybody that's tuned in, man. We got a bunch of you in here. Ronnie, Eddie, Dougie, what's going on? Phil, good to have you in here. Everett, very nice to have you in on the show. And who else we got in here? John Jakes, what's going on? Mike Viviano, of course. So many cover truckers in here on the show every week. It's great to have you guys. T-Dub, what's up? Miss Shannon in here too. Eddie, good to have you. Sharon, good to have you. Sharon Jones, nice to see you in the show. There's Danny's back. All right, we got you back.
Okay, I'm here. Am I here?
Yep, you're here, man. Kick that squirrel. Give it a little more, a little bit.
I just kept talking and I was fine. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Anyway, another thing that Harm did with a group of truckers back in 1981 is start a organization called Truckers for Charity, and they started having truck shows like the world's greatest trucking show, the world's greatest working truck show, which eventually evolved into our show, Trucking for Kids. So Harm, Harm was involved in a cool magazine in the 80s, 70s, 80s, whatever. I forget what decade it was. I mean, he was instrumental in the show that we now run, one of them. And, just like I said, 40 years of trucking. And anyway, if it wasn't already noticed or known, he passed away this morning at 86 years old. He lived in Washington with his wife, Thelma. And definitely our thoughts and our sincere prayers go out to her. Harm was sick for a long time. He was fighting a lot of different ailments, and he was a fighter. He fought for a long time. So he lasted a lot longer, I think, than most of us thought. So we're sorry to see him gone. And that's a very sad thing.
Well, as it is with the life of a trucker, the end of the road eventually comes, and it's sad for sure. So many of us have left, and it does make my heart feel a little better knowing he lived a full life, a long life, and was a very rewarded individual, and things that he had done over his lifespan and in the industry, and a lot of things that he did made us all look really good. And I appreciate that we knew him, and he was a part of 10-4, and we were a part of his world as well.
Absolutely.
Beautiful truck, by the way. Nice shots. Just endlessly. Just we'll have to tomorrow feature some more on his truck and this cover feature. And it's real easy to go in and look and reread if you haven't read it already. For the first time, you can go in and check it out, and that's over on 104magazine.com. Just dial it up in the archives. We have that available for you because that's where I'm at right now with it. So feel free to do that. Let's talk about 10-4 Trucker Rodeo and Show. What's going on?
Well, last time we were talking about being almost sold out event sponsorships. The next day we sold out of event sponsorships. So all 12 of our events have sponsors. I believe all but 3 of the suites have been rented. So if somebody wants a suite out there, if they want to elevate their experience at the rodeo, I suggest you get on it sooner than later.
Do it now. Yes, absolutely.
We have 25 confirmed vendors. We had 22 last year. So we're about ready to close that out just so we can go on to other things. So if somebody is interested in being a vendor, I would say speak now or forever hold your peace quicker than, you might normally.
Right.
So you can get your space locked in. I want to mention all of those sponsors. So, we've got Double E Trucking sponsoring the closed body backing. Headinga Trans sponsoring the open deck backing, Interstate Truck Sales on the doubles backing, Central Valley Transport for the truck and trailer backing, Hammett Excavation for transfer dump, Fletcher's Diesel and Lago Marcino Transport together sponsoring the tire changing, Craig Martin Milk Transport with the cow loading, Silva Trucking heavy equipment loading, Magini and Sons the hay loading with a squeeze. Kim Hay is doing the hay loading with a boom. Rollin' R Enterprises with the stereo competition, and 10 West Towing for the burnout competition. So thank you to all those folks for stepping up and doing all the things that they're doing. I also wanted to tell people once again, reminder to get registered now online. If you register online before the show, you're going to get every registration. You're going to get a raffle ticket for every truck you register and every class you enter in. So if you register your truck and then enter into 2 classes to compete, you'll get 3 raffle tickets. And those raffle tickets are going to be drawn for, we've got 2 sets of Hogebuilt quarter fenders. We've got Valley Chrome. One of those sets is from A&L, one's from Hogebuilt. We have billet oil cap hub covers from Kevin Pickett. We have bumper of your choice from Valley Chrome, and we're going to probably secure 1 or 2 more items as well. So just for getting signed up early and making our job a little bit easier, there's going to be some benefit and to you as well. So, and the more trucks you do, the more classes you enter, the better your chances. So again, I would just say it's time. We're 2 weeks out, a little over 2 weeks. Get on it, get her done, and go from there. I also got one other thing here to share. These just arrived right before we went to the show in Dixon, so we had them with us. But there is the buckle. Whoop. There it is. The heavy equipment loading, our new class. That is the buckle that they'll be going for.
And just in case you're thinking Dan's got small hands, no, that's just a big buckle.
It's a big buckle. It's not the biggest buckle. There is a bigger one. I did not opt to order the biggest one. And also this year, so we've got 13 of these buckles sitting right here in a box. And also they're also going to get a Western leather hand-tooled Western belt with their buckle this year. So a little added benefit. So, I mean,
one size fits most.
What more do you want? What more do you need? I mean, we got amazing awards and tons of vendors, and it's going to be a really good time.
Yeah. And here it is pretty much, it is the last show of the year. And if you're a business out there wanting to try to connect with your people who are our people, all of our people, this is the show to do it at. In person, get out there, glad hand people, bring what you got, present it, share it, and do what you can to get those sales that you can get done before the end of the year and roll into 26 ahead of the game a little bit, and make yourself look good out there in Bakersfield, because it's going to be a special show. Last year was really something that, as much as we'd like to say, boy, we saw that coming. We certainly were pleased to have that reassurance that we did something that everybody really liked and had a great time doing.
Well, considering we didn't know anything last year, I think it went off pretty good. So this year we don't claim to know everything, but we know a little bit more than we did last year. So I'm pretty excited about where we can go from last year to this year to make it better, to make it smoother, to make it bigger.
Yep.
And so far it seems like we are on course to do all of those things. So
Angelina brought up a good point, and thanks, Angelina, for doing that. We've got golf carts on site for rent, and if you want to get around and make your cruise around the property fun and easy, get yourself down there and get set up with a golf cart. The only way you can get golf carts rented is on site. Is that correct?
That is correct. There's no pre-ordering. You just show up, and if they've got them available, they will rent them.
Okay, there you go.
Yep.
There you go. All right. I'm looking forward to it. Dan and I will be co-emceeing the event Saturday and Sunday from the infield there at the track. You guys that are going to be up there in the grandstands and, of course, up in the suites, you're going to be part of the show as you were last year, but maybe even more this year. We hope to make some trips up into those suites and bring some views and comments and different things from up there as well this year. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to being down there on site all weekend myself with, and I haven't, my Cyclone, I haven't given it like the, Chris Fifey's got mission control. We need to come up with what is Studio 10-4 Live Mobile? I mean, what is the,
I think you just said it.
Is that it? Studio 10-4 Live Mobile? Is that it? Okay. Right. I think that might be it, man. That might be it. But I will be on site and we'll be having some fun that weekend. I don't know how long I'm going to be there before and after, but it might be a little bit. So we'll see.
All right.
It could go a bunch of different ways. I want to bring CG and Ashleigh in. Dan, do you have time to hang with us?
I do not. I'm going to let them speak for themselves. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Good seeing you last weekend and the weekend before.
Well, because we love you, Dan.
Then Dan, Dan's got
to
Dan, say hi to everybody that's not on studio right now. They're in the green room, Ingrid and Sheri, and then goodbye to CG and Ashleigh then.
Well, everyone who's on today, thank you. Have a great show, and I'll see you all soon. I got to go do some magic.
Bye, Dan.
All right. Dan the man, our man at 10-4 Magazine, of course. You guys, a lot of you that are tuned in, you know what's going on and how it works. But those of you watching this on the playback or tuning in for the first time, this isn't some big corporate, huge operation of, Trump Tower size, man. This is a family-owned, family-operated, Dan hands-on every issue, every page, every article, every story out there, and quite a bit of the pictures that are in there. We do have a great pool of contributors, and you guys are awesome. Couldn't do it without you. But everything goes through our editor, and that is Dan Linss. So he's a busy guy, and I don't know how he does it, man. I don't know how the guy sleeps or when he sleeps, but he must do it. All right, CG and Ashleigh, what's going on, man? Congratulations on another successful show down there in Turlock at the Stanislaus County Fairgrounds.
Thank you, John. We appreciate it. We appreciate the support that 10-4 always gives us. It's a long weekend, and we know I think we wear you guys out as much as we get worn out. But Dan and I were talking about that. We're thinking, what? I think we're getting a little old for this. Maybe we can't quite do it like we used to. So
hey, man, no. Wait a minute. This was the 4th annual Soza, right?
No, 5th.
Fifth annual Soza. So really, you're just getting started, man. So we can't talk like you just worn out. You're just getting started here. So.
Well, let's put it this way: it just takes me a lot longer to recoup than it did for the first year. So
okay, that's fair. We all get that. Definitely, we're not weekend warriors anymore. We're lucky if we get a Friday night in.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh man.
But no, it went really well. I think we. Like every year, we're evolving, doing different things, trying different things. And we learned a lot this year with having the tractor pulls 2 nights, and one thing I do want to, reiterate, John, because we've had a few little, hiccups here and there, but, everybody needs to understand this is a fundraiser. All this money goes to help kids with dyslexia. None of this money goes into our pockets. It doesn't. We barely pay our own expenses, let alone, take any money back, but everything's strictly for a fundraiser to help kids with dyslexia. And, so when you go and buy your ticket, no, that's what it's going for. So everybody that supported us this year, thank you so much for that. So, which gives us good news. And one of the, I think, the more exciting things for Ash and I is we get to try to find kids to take, to help to get dyslexia, their dyslexia treated and the tutoring and all that good stuff. And we had this young man that was recommended to us by the name of Oliver. And Ash and I got to sit down with their family the week after the truck show, right? Yeah, the week after the truck show. Kind of like a little interview type of thing to see what their family was about, this and that. And I tell you what a really sweet kid. Kind of reminds me a lot of myself and AJ with the way he does things and the dyslexia. And, with people with dyslexia, we tend to, favor to certain things. We like building things. We like taking things apart, but, reading and writing, we don't want, we don't like dealing with that sort of thing,
Right.
And we got to see this kind of kid in action with his Legos and everything else. And we were like, yeah, this kid's definitely going to be our next, I guess, scholarship recipient, we could say. And hopefully
benefactor or benefiter of it, and I got something I got to ask you guys, because I'm not clear on it, and maybe not anybody else is either, but dyslexia, I mean, you're turning everything the other way when you read it, so it's backwards, right? I mean, are you double processing then to make sense of things when you read it? Is that kind of how it goes?
Yeah, I mean, it's not just flipping things around, but that's like one of the stereotype typical issues with dyslexia is that you'll flip D's and B's around, you'll flip your E's around, stuff like that. That's kind of your typical thing. But yeah, when we read something, it doesn't process the same way. So a lot of times we can read it fine, but we have no idea what we read.
No comprehension.
Yeah, no comprehension. And then of course, grammar, spelling. Of course, if you're flipping letters backwards, it's hard to spell dad if you put it bab. So,
right.
Stuff like that. So, which is super frustrating. I know it was for me growing up. I know it was for AJ, and, any kid that's in the 3rd or 4th grade, it's very frustrating for them when they can't get that comprehension for the letters and stuff like that. And we hear things differently. Therefore, obviously that makes spelling a lot more difficult as well. So, it all has different severities of dyslexia, which obviously determines how much tutoring they need and everything else. A typical program is usually about 2 years from the time they get evaluated and go through all the lessons and everything else. Is about 2 years.
Okay.
And that's your worst case scenario, with your severity of dyslexia. So anywhere from, a year to 2 years is about bottom line. So, so that's part of the issue with dyslexia kids. I mean, imagine being in 3rd or 4th grade trying to do a spelling test, and you're switching your D's and B's backwards and everything else. It's very frustrating for kids.
So what's it mean when I'm 63 years old and all that crap's happening to me now?
Well, at this point, I couldn't tell you with that one.
I'm telling you, man, when I'm sitting here typing out stuff and I look at it after I've typed it, I went, oh, wait a minute. No, that ain't going to work.
Well, with my dyslexia, thank goodness for this lady here next to me, because she proofreads everything I do, because
good.
The grammar and everything else will be horrendous. I mean, if it wasn't for Word Perfect too, I would probably be the dumbest business owner on paper. So,
all right. So how'd things go this year at the show? And obviously you got your recipient of the funds that were raised at the show, and it seemed like everything went really well to me. I mean, from where I was standing and sitting at.
Yeah, no, everything did well. We had the tractor pulls the 2 nights, and the tractor pulls Friday didn't quite go like we were hoping it was going to go. A growing pain. It was one of the things I should have known better, going to high school here in this area, but Friday night was homecoming for like 2 of the major high schools in the area. And then Friday night football games. So the attendance down Friday night was really, really low, a lot lower than we wanted. But luckily we made up for it on Saturday.
Yep.
I think our best estimate right now, we had about 3,200 people there on Saturday, or
Wow.
at least total attendance on Saturday. And part of that is we know we parked 700 cars. So, that's at least 2,100 of that. So,
Right.
So yeah, so we had a really, really good turnout Saturday. I mean, everybody seemed to have a good time. The band was great. I mean, it was just, it just went pretty smoothly overall. Next year, though, we're probably only going to do one tractor pull night. Like I said, it just didn't quite pencil out having it the 2 nights. And obviously that time of year, it's going to be homecoming and Friday night football again. So we're going to try to do something a little different on Friday for next year. But we did sign the contract for the next 3 years again. Matter of fact, just Monday. So we're locked into Turlock the last weekend of September for the next 3 years again. So getting a little repetition in there so everybody knows last weekend in September we need to be at Turlock. So
I think so. I'll tell you what, your property where you host the show at and Dixon are very similar. They have a similar feel to them, don't they?
Yeah. The nice grassy areas and the kind of the fair kind of atmosphere, walk around and enjoy yourself. So, which I think is beneficial, especially for other people that are just other spectators. I think they like that same kind of feel than just being in a parking lot. So
I agree. I absolutely agree. Well, I want to congratulate again, you guys. Great job. Looking forward to 26. We'll take it, from this point forward, you get a little bit of a breather and start planning things again and make it happen again all over in September. One more time, right?
Yep. Yeah. Well, I think now we finally get to call it quits for just a little bit till the first of the year. I think the only thing we might do is start getting the artwork and stuff started on for the flyers and everything else. But we say it's only a 9-month deal, but who we're kidding? It's a 12-month deal.
Yeah, it is. The truck shows, and this is true of just about any event out there. If it's a regularly occurring annual event, if you've ever been involved in anything like that, to the audience out there, once it's over, you're planning the next one. It just seems like it's a never-ending cycle, especially when you've accumulated new data, learned new things, and you got, we're going to change this, we're going to lose this, we're going to gain that, all these different pieces and parts to it, and it just keeps getting better. This year's show, fantastic. Can't say enough good things about it. So I want to bring in Ingrid and Sheri, because I know Sheri's dying to say hi. And she's shaking her head yes and no. So I don't know, a little passive aggressive going on there. I'm not sure. But let's bring her in and let's get a chance to say hi to everybody. Sheri and Ingrid, hi guys.
Hey.
Hey, hi CG, hi Ashleigh.
Hey Sheri, how are you?
I'm good. It's so good to see you. I was so honored when I was on your show. With you. I loved it. I was like,
I don't think it's my
you.
show, but
No, but I loved it. We were on the show together because you're amazing.
oh well, Sheri, we appreciate that. So, and congratulations on your show. Remember, I was at the first show, and
I know you were. I told
from the first show at the Orleans to now this. Well, hats off to you, girl. Fantastic job.
Hats off to you. I loved your story, and I loved listening to you, and I love what you both do. It's so amazing.
Well, thanks, Sheri. Well, we have a lot of motivation to do it, and now, especially with our new recipient Oliver, it's we get to the end of the week, we get done, and we're just like, oh, we're so tired. And then for us to meet with this young man literally the week after was like that boost of energy. Like, okay, this is why we do it.
Yep.
We're so stoked about it. We can't wait till he starts. And the other good thing I forgot to mention, he might even be able to go with the same tutor my son had, which will be even cooler yet. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that'll work out, and super excited about that. And it makes all this hard work awesome, just like what you do for your fundraiser. So makes it all worthwhile when you see it pay off.
Yes, it does.
It does.
You're all amazing.
The handoff at the end and the reward at the end is that the goal that you set out to do has been met. And I love that you guys have an identity to who's actually benefiting from what you're doing at your show. And that's, 10-4 and Trucking for Kids, same thing. We hand that check off. I mean, we don't necessarily see each individual child that we help out at Shriners, but we know overall we're helping in the big picture. So wherever that money goes and what it does, it's doing good overall. And, when you look at Shriners, you can't help but kind of feel good about it. It's a good charity too. So I want to bring Sheri along in this thing, but first I want to say hello to Ingrid for helping to set up Sheri and bring her into the show. Hi, Ingrid.
Hey, you. Absolutely. When we were talking yesterday, I was like, her show was so exciting, but the thing is, it was so different than most shows that we attend to. There were so many faces and so many people there that I had never seen and had never made a connection with. I kind of know quite a few people, maybe a handful or two, but
maybe a couple, maybe
just a couple. And it was so neat to see trucks I don't see on Facebook or social media, because we don't run in the same lanes of what's that thing called, the y'all know
algorithm. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so meeting more of the West Coast people, meeting more of the Wisconsin and those areas, and in the different areas that they're not going to come out east or we don't cross paths. That was the really coolest thing. It was like just a bond, that big bond for the weekend and the week. We talk about Denton a lot, and Denton just happened, and I got invited last year to Denton, and Denton was like that close knit, met a lot of people I didn't know, but there were so many people I did know. Right. And this was like pulling in to where I was I didn't know Sheri personally. I didn't know Brady. Well, it's probably been 14 years since I'd seen Brady. So I was like, okay, I'm not sure what I'm getting into. And I mean, it was just amazing. It was amazing. And to watch and see the things that are going on from this show was something else. And to watch you, CG and Ashleigh, my oldest daughter is dyslexic. She actually has made her way at 39 of having a PhD in early education.
Oh, wow.
It took her a long time to get there. She's a principal at a high school. And the advocate, of really the dyslexia. I'm going to pass this along even further to her. She's just going to love to see what all you're doing and stuff. So
that's cool.
Thanks. And
well, thank you. That's really cool. We appreciate that. And so the more awareness we can make of it, the better off. And it's, even when I had dyslexia way back when, it wasn't recognized, and nothing's evolved. It seems like in the last 30 years, nothing's really changed. So, now it's our chance to make a difference, and hopefully try to make a change. But if not, we'll do it one kid at a time. That's all we can do. So
that's how it works. You got to start somewhere, and you just work on what you have within your reach to do something about it. And if everybody did that, man, just think what might happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about. You're doing it, so that's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, CG and Ash, if you guys want to take off, you can. If you want to stay, you can. It's up to you. I'm gonna move on here, and I want to talk to Sheri a little bit. Sheri, you just kind of came out of nowhere in my world. My radar, was blipping a little bit. It knew you were there, and your show was there, and because I hear all these guys telling me, "Yep, going to Vegas, gonna do this. It's the Invitational," and and this has been going on in my background for a few years now. So here we are, and I get a chance to meet you and talk to you about your show. Tell us about it. I mean, the Vegas LargeCar Invitational has become a thing.
Well, I love it. I've always been a truck girl my whole life, and I was born in the trucking industry. My dad was one of the biggest demo contractors here forever, and I just wanted to have a truck show. I'm part of the ATHS group. And literally I love trucks. So I put on 5 shows. I put one on the Speedway many years ago, and it really didn't do well. I mean, it did well for the turnout, but it was so far away. And then I did one at the Orleans where CG came, and it was called Oktoberfest, and it ended up being a good thing. And we had a lot of trucks. And then I became part of the Speedway Children's Charity Board, and I asked them if we could do a show there, and it ended up working out. This is my 3rd year, and I love it. I mean, what a better fit, trucks and NASCAR. I mean, you can't go wrong.
You think?
You
Yeah.
cannot go wrong.
Hey, we like anything that burns some kind of fuel and has rubber on the ground and goes fast and makes noise and smoke, right? That's where we're at.
For dang sure. And I have I should wait till the end to say this, but I have the most exciting news ever. The Speedway invited me back for the March race in spring, and we're going to have another truck show in March, and I love it. They just called me before I got on this podcast.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I love it.
That's 2 a year now. I mean, that's just the
So
greatest.
you do one in the fall, one in the spring then, Sheri? You'll do 2 a year?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
See,
Yes,
now
I am
we're going to try to
so
find some
excited.
babysitters for our kids so we can go enjoy the weekend.
Are you gonna be able to come? Because I invite CG every year. I do. I call him. He's the first person I call when I do a truck show. I invite him, and he says, "No, I can't make it." I'm like, "Darn."
Yeah, and you know what? And it's because the time of the year with the kids in school and everything else, and the 6 and 7-year-olds a little hard to punt off for a whole weekend. But I've told her, I said, we need to try to find a way so you and I can go out there, we can enjoy ourselves, and and enjoy the truck show and everything else. So, but we're getting now where they're getting a little older, and we're getting some more more reliable babysitters that we might be able to do that. So be careful what you wish for, Sheri. We just might be there bugging you next year.
So you're the first truck I'm gonna invite.
Right.
This is
Yeah.
your
You're
invitation.
going to put me on the spot like
Keep
that, too.
going.
I knew it.
Man, you've been called out, buddy. Yes,
Well,
you
first
are.
invite.
Oh, there's a terrible spot
shucks.
to go
You better not go.
There it is.
Oh,
Dates in
shucks.
March.
Let me check my calendar.
Dates
You're
in
coming,
March
Ingrid.
being asked. Do we have dates for March yet?
I think it's the 15th, 16th, and 17th. I could look on my calendar, but then that would shoot me out this podcast. Ingrid, can you see? Yeah, it's
hang
real
on just a
nice.
second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because Matt's will be at the end of the month there, and Matt's will
will be.
roll sometimes at the end of March and into the early April. Lisa Berry in on the show. Hi, Lisa. Good to have you on there. And she says it was a great time, and thank you, Sheri. So great to have any of the berries on. Lisa, nice to have you. Haven't seen you in a while there. What I like about this, as I said earlier, is you're giving a different look at what's going on, and different from what we're usually seeing. That's not the usual suspects. So what do we have a cap on how many, or what's that like? How many trucks can we bring in?
So it will be 50 this year per
Okay.
Brady and per Ingrid. 50. It'll be 15 combos, and the rest will be bobtails.
Okay, that's a fair amount of trucks too, especially for an invitational. The experience that everybody has there. So we got a truck show going on. We got NASCAR going on. I mean, is it a free flow of back and forth? You can walk in and out and go see one or the other anytime you want. How's that work?
Well, you can come into the fan zone, which is where we are, and it's free. But so the NASCAR races are obviously a cost. But for all the truckers that go, we give them 4 NASCAR tickets. We give them 4 Neon Garage passes for the whole weekend. And then I do a dinner every Saturday night for all of my trucks to just let them know that I appreciate them spending money and coming and donating to my charity of my choice.
Nice. So you taking everybody to the Golden Steer?
No. No.
Actually, I saw pictures of the dinner, and Silva said the dinner was really nice. It was really, really
It
nice.
was
I just had to
very
throw that out
nice.
there, Sheri. I had to throw that out there on there. But yeah,
I
know
know,
what?
because you talked to me about the Golden Steer earlier. My dinner's better than the Golden Steer, just so you know, John.
Oh man,
Yes.
the bar's been
Yeah.
set way up here now. Man, oh man, oh man. Okay. All right. Well, shoot. I got to get a truck now just so I can get invited to have dinner,
You can just come. You don't have to have a truck. You can just come.
There you go.
What was I thinking? There you
So
go.
now you got to drive to Vegas now, John. You just got called out. So
I
Yeah.
both better be there.
So
Yeah.
is there RV parking so I can come bring my RV and hang out?
You can. We'll get you an RV spot for sure. We have a big camp out there. We have fun.
Put you in the compound.
Studio 10-4
Yeah.
Live mobile is on the way, I think. Here we go. All right, Dan, if
That
you're
would,
listening,
that would be so cool.
that would be. I think that would be very cool. Well, as fun as all this is, which it is, it's always a lot of fun at a truck show. Let's talk about benefits and where everything's going and why you're doing it. And of course, you've got so much going on in the background too of just who you are and your museum and your family and everything you've done over the years to kind of get where you are now and bringing it all forward and doing what you're doing. So let's back it up a little bit. What's it all about? Why are you doing the show?
Well, so I've always, my parents left me this amazing collection that I built in 2008. My parents have both passed on, and I just want to carry their legacy on. So we have an auto museum that I invite all the truckers to, and I give them a free tour. So we have 6 buildings. We have 143 cars. I raise money all year long for charity, and it mostly goes to the Speedway Children's Charity. I have 3 or 4 car shows a year that I put on. Plus, I do the Vegas LargeCar. And, you know, it's just about giving back to my community where I've been born and raised. I'm born and raised here in Las Vegas, and I love my family. I love my community. I love everything about it. And so I'm a truck girl, and so I've always wanted to put on truck shows. And this probably, as many car shows as I put on, I put one on at the South Point every year in August. It's the only indoor show, and it's the biggest one. And the money goes to the Speedway Children's Charity. I put on one in February. It's called the Red Car Show. I put on my own, which is November 8th this year. And then I do the Vegas Large Car. I just love giving back to my community. It's my favorite thing in the world. My parents always taught me where you come from, you have to give back to the world you've been brought into. So it's my goal to give back to my whole entire community and make sure that I can make a difference in every children's life. And the Speedway is what's so important to me because we gave away over $532,000 last year to local kids. And we got to see the difference that it made in a lot of children's lives. So that's what I love to do.
Well, I'm looking at your promotion for the Classic Car Show, sponsored by Nostalgia Street Rods and Piss and Moan Club. I love that. That's a good one. That's got to be a fun bunch.
Yeah, it was my dad's car club, and they were all the biggest piss and moaners, so we made it a car club because they always pissed and moaned about everything we did.
Oh, there you go, man. The older you get, the more you complain. You know, I'm guilty of that myself. That's pretty much it. But let's talk about Speedway Children's Charities Las Vegas chapter. Now, is this the young lady that's on the cover here that you're looking to help out?
Well, no, this is just a member, one of the kids that we've helped out for sure.
Okay.
We've helped out over.
Here we go.
Yeah. Oh no, that's about Lily. Oh, that's sweet Lily. So Lily is a good friend of mine's daughter, and Chance, he always helps me every year at my truck show. And his daughter has Russell Silver syndrome, and it's a form of dwarfism. And I was telling this to the kids at dinner, to all the guys at dinner, that she is 8 years old and she looks like she's a 5-year-old, and she needs help to get her growth hormone therapy. And so I've started a GoFundMe page on the Vegas LargeCar and on my own personal page, and I want to help her get her growth hormone therapy because she has to have it before she hits puberty, which is in 3 years. And we want to make sure she grows because she is the most vibrant child, as all are that have disabilities. And, you know, this is what we live for. We live to help others. That's my whole goal in life, is to live to help others. So I just want to help her, and I want to help her grow.
Well, you're doing it. So there you are. So some of the things you guys want to be looking out for and certainly following along here. go to the Vegas LargeCar Invitational Facebook page and be sure and hit that follow button on there. Check it out. Over here, Speedway Children's Charity is always another one, Las Vegas chapter. And let's see, what else do I have in here? Of course, this is your nostalgia. In fact, this is your page right here. This is you. So Sheri, you and your dad right there on the cover. I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, that's my sweetheart right there. That's the reason I'm living today, is from that man.
Right on. Well,
Yeah.
you came from good DNA, as they say. We got a website here in there somewhere too, if I'm not mistaken. May not be on here. Nostalgia Street Rods. Is that it? Nope,
Yes,
that's just the other. That's the other Facebook page. So make sure you guys hit all these up. And once you get on one, you're probably going to see all the others pop up as well. So you have an opportunity to go in there and like them and follow them and support Sheri and what she's doing there with her charities and giving back to the community and to people all over. I mean, anybody that you don't have to be from Las Vegas to be a benefactor of what she's doing, right?
Nope, you sure don't.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, everything that you guys got going on at this show, I can't wait to go and check it out. From my understanding, you told me you met Dan, so he's been at the show and met you guys and seen it firsthand, right?
Yeah, Dan, I met Dan several years ago when I had my very first show at the Speedway. He came out and I met him.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, we'll have to see if we can't make arrangements to get me out there. I'd love to make that happen. It's a busy time of the year, and this year we have the start of the year going off in Arizona at the end of February now with NHRDA and the Pickett brothers doing their show down there, and now we got you in the middle, and then Matt's coming up. So it's like we needed another show. We just had to have another one.
Hey, trucks, and more trucks. That's what it's all about.
John, do you know the date for the Pickett's one? Is it before or after Sheri's?
Before
the weekend before.
It is before.
Sheri's.
Yeah, it's at the end of February, right? The last weekend of February.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Sheri's show is actually March 13th through 15th is the race weekend.
Oh,
so,
crap.
and I'm going to throw a couple things in here.
Go
Sheri,
ahead, Ingrid. Go ahead.
Here is, Sheri does sponsorships for the show, and the sponsorships also come with. I'll go ahead and let you tell what all they come with the suite and all of that as well. And anybody interested in that, it's an amazing sponsorship package. Sheri, if you want to tell them what all that is,
So we're going to change up our sponsorships this year a little bit more. We're going to offer a whole suite to somebody who wants to invite all their friends. We're just working out the details of that. But yeah, we do suite packages for $500, and you can bring you get 2 tickets to the suites. Paulette's really the one in charge of all this, and she's the director of our charity. I try to stay out of that because all the money that I raise, every dollar goes right to Paulette and goes right to the charity. I don't have a touch in any of that. And the amazing thing is that this year we're going to do a few different things, and it's so fast. Like before I got on this podcast at 5 o'clock, the president of the Speedway called me. He's like, "We're in," and I'm like, he just wanted to get me the words, and so I said, "Okay, great." So like we've been talking in the back. We're going to do a bunch of great things, and we just want more people to come. We want to enjoy themselves, and we could actually have a bigger space, but that would mean that we'd have to be separated, and we don't want that. So we're going to keep it close, and we're going to keep it at 50 trucks, right, Ingrid? Ingrid, and can I just say a big shout out to Brady Jensen and Parker Enzenera. Brady is the one that has been my right hand, and so is Parker, and they help me. And now Ingrid's going to be involved in this. But yeah, so we'll give you the details. I'll put it out on Facebook and Instagram, and we'll figure it out.
Oh, there's one more thing I did want to say is about our plaques this year.
Yes.
Go for it. Yeah.
Molly Dickerson and
Kendall.
her daughter Kendall, but Molly Dickerson reached out to me, and Kendall made those plaques for us, and oh my Lord, those were the most beautifulest thing in the world. And it was such an honor for me to give away to each trucker a plaque that thanked them for coming to our show, because it was amazing. And Kendall, they couldn't thank you enough for that. I mean, you did beautiful work, and that was so amazing. They donated it all to me, and that was so amazing. It warmed my heart, and I really appreciate the Dickerson family so much for doing that.
Dickerson Custom Trucks, of course, longtime partner of 10-4 Magazine, Studio 10-4 Live, and all the live streams that we do every show season. In fact, they'll be sponsoring the light show Saturday night at the 10-4 Trucker Rodeo. So that'll be our last live stream of the year that we do from a truck show. And it's the only live stream that we're going to do from Bakersfield as far as a sponsored live stream during that weekend, because I'm too busy to do any of the normal stuff that I'm out there doing. I'll be working with Dan. We'll be on the infield emceeing the show for everybody, and trying to make it fun for everyone while the guys are out there competing. We'll be out there providing lip service. How's that? But we'll be having a good time, and hopefully everybody else will too. So Kendall is I am not ashamed to say or too proud to say my protege. She was somebody that one year at Matt's came up with her dad and her mom and everybody, and Molly, and was standing there. I could see she was just bursting to talk, and I said, "Hey, who are you? And tell me all about you." And that was it. It went from there, and now look at her. She's got her own brand, and she's out there doing it, man. She is out there doing it. Yeah, it's amazing.
John, I think you should make it a point to come to the Vegas LargeCar in March.
Well, I think you're right. I'm not kidding. I got to talk it over with powers to be, as they say, and if we can make it happen, I think we will. And I'd love to be there. Maybe I go on a road trip. I go Arizona, Las Vegas, Kentucky. I don't know, man. Maybe do I dare take a ride out there? Because then right after Matt's is Trucking for Kids. I mean, it's like boom, 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 boom. Man.
Hey, it's a road trip.
You don't have anything else to do. Quit whining and quit. Yeah.
And Kiki's the very first
We're going to put you in the Piss and Moan Club.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
There you go. Quit pissing and moaning and get your ass on the way.
I could be the president of that club. I could.
You're really definitely going to get a shirt and a Piss and Moan sticker for dang sure.
I want that. You know what?
Sure.
I want to put that on the back of the Cyclone. I want to have a Piss and Moan Club sticker on there, and an NHRDA and an NHRA, and I want to have all those stickers on the back of there, as well as a follow me to the next show kind of thing, you know.
Send me your address. I'm going to send you a shirt and a sticker tomorrow.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
There you go.
I'm holding you there. And somebody, I think TW was asking if there was still shirts available. I just don't know if he was asking about Soza or if he was asking about Vegas. So TW,
we do have some shirts available still. Not in the real big sizes, I don't think.
Oh, super trucker size not available. Okay, TW's out of that one.
There. We have 3X or just 2X.
You have a few 3X.
So
well, I have a bunch of extra ones available for bigger sizes, so we'll just switch out.
Great.
Well, hey guys, we got a 6 and 7-year-old that's barking at our door to feed him dinner, so we're gonna go. Thank you guys. It was great seeing you, Sherry. Tell Parker I said hello.
I will.
All right.
I see you, Ashleigh.
Ashleigh, see you guys. Love you both. Take care. Okay.
All right. Bye.
John,
all right, everybody.
Sherry did a raffle this year, and that was the most fun. There was some of the, toolkits, all this stuff, and I won this cooler that's a wagon. That was fun. And then we had the small coolers that were with the pinstripes on them that had been done, and who did those, Sherry?
Griffin, Dominic, my manager's husband.
That's right. Yes. They were gorgeous. Gorgeous.
We have a really big raffle, which is awesome. And that's where a lot of money's raised. And I've donated a lot of tools, and I try to make it so that, but there was, I have to send you a picture privately of Ingrid in her cooler. She got fit in the whole thing Like
Oh,
she was
please
riding
do.
in it.
I need incriminating evidence.
I will. It was
Brady's
hilarious.
pulling me around and I'm in the cooler. I mean, I fit in the cooler.
Hey,
Just snap on cooler.
what about that guy at Matt's and that's oh shoot, I can't think of and he's kind of a big deal, man, but he cruises around on a motorized ice chest.
They did that at the East Coast shows over at like Tony Justice and them. They were selling those coolers.
Same.
I got this licked. I got my own big wheel cooler.
Oh,
And I
man.
got Brady as a
cooler.
motor.
I used to sell those coolers, and they're not very good. So you've got a better cooler.
John, Sheri opens up all of the nostalgia street rods. She opens everything on the museum up to us for the day and for, pretty half the day. And we were able to go in and see. It's just amazing at what is there, but it's amazing just to see the heart that keeps that going, that keeps the show going.
I'm going to bring up the website right now, and we've got some feedback going on, and I'm thinking it's going into Sheri's mic. So Sheri, I'm going to kill your mic for a second, and there we go. We killed the feedback, but right now there's the website, and that's nostalgiastreetrods.com.
That's her mom's Chevys.
You guys need to go over and check this website out and get a look at what's going on there and what this museum is all about and what it is. It's not just some place to go walk through, check out. It's have your event hosted there, whatever the event might be, from weddings to reunions to just, go have fun and party with some old cars and have a good time, I'm sure. But there's a lot happening here and it's all on the website for you guys to check out. Again, that's nostalgiastreetrods.com. And,
she's got some beautiful trucks in the back too, some Peterbilts and cab overs and everything else in the back. Right back, see the back right corner back there?
We did. It'll come back. It'll come back again. But yeah.
And I think Fred found one that he's talked her in. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. Fred wants one of the trucks in the back, and he sat there with it for a long time, and I didn't ever get the end of that story. But let me tell you, this is Fred approved.
So I'm going to bring her back in.
There it is.
And there you go. Sheri, you're live again. Go ahead. Talk to us.
It's Fred approved. I asked him. I've got stickers all over my museum. It says it's Fred approved. And the crazy thing is, if you want to get married there, I'm actually an officiant, so I could marry you.
No, I didn't know that.
Hey, get married by Sheri.
You could get married by Sheri.
I love it. I do. I love that. That is awesome. I think that would be a fantastic thing to be able to put in your wedding album. Here you are at the Hot Rod Museum and getting married by a young lady, Sheri, in there. But man, these are beautiful cars. There's a Ford that I saw here. There it is over here. That blue Ford van front end pickup, that thing, the little red, little blue wagon thing, whatever those were. A lot of people don't even know those things existed, but man, those were something to see back in the day.
No, they don't. Our museum is really a walk in history. I built it so that my grandchildren, my children will never forget where we come from, because it's all about our grandparents and our elders, and we have a little bit of everything there. And I wanted to always carry on my mom and dad's memory. These are the things my mom and dad collected for their whole life. And I built the museums, like I said, in 2008. And I just want their legacy to carry on. I had the greatest parents in the world. My dad was somebody very big in Las Vegas. And I'm very honored to continue his memory and his collection. And I just hope that the world comes and sees it, because the money that I raise all year long goes to charity. And that's what my whole life's been about, is giving back to my Las Vegas community.
Well, and another, in addition to all the car factors in there, is that your dad was a demo contractor all those years in Vegas. tearing down the old to help bring in the new. You've got pieces and parts of the old casinos and hotels and landmark, nostalgia in your possession, right?
I do, and we have 17 semis in our own collection, from 1927 to 1987. Some of the first trucks my dad brought off the showroom floor. But yeah, it's very it's a unique experience. Um, yes, and my dad was so important to this valley and the things that he did. And there's artifacts there. We have the Las Vegas jail cell. My dad tore down the Las Vegas jail cell in 1970. So we have the jail cells out front of our office, which were the women's consolidated confinement. And we have those on display. We have parts from the old Las Vegas Ice House, which were on Main Street. We have a lot of interesting artifacts there.
And any names of anybody we might know that might have been in that jail cell?
Oh, geez. I'm sure we could go look at the walls that were etched out and we could figure it out.
You might be able to. I think would be like a historical marker of, yeah, somebody, whoever that was, spent the night here, and in that cell, and to have that, man, would that be something, right?
It's
Hey,
cool. Yeah,
Sheri.
go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask you the question of what is the show that came and did the show on your dad that
Welder Up. So my dad's
that's
been on
it.
Welder Up. Welder Up.
Welder
my
Up?
dad's
Yeah,
been on
okay.
Welder Up. He's a really good friend of mine, and we've done a lot of shows with Steve. He's been a family friend forever. Yeah, and so we've done that, and we're on Counts Customs. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been really fun.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, guys out there, it's there's some feedback going on. If just to clarify, it's not on my end. It's going back through Sheri's phone right now. It's picking it up, and it's just a trait of the electronics. It's looking for sound, and if it can't find it, it's digging real deep in the background to try to pull it out. And if she's not speaking, then it's pulling my voice out, and that's kind of what's happening there. So sorry about that. But anyway, I got you back again live, Sheri. Listen, I'm super stoked that we were able to get you on the show and have a chance to talk to you and meet you in real life in March. If the cards can lay properly and make it happen, I want to make it happen. Love to be out there. I love Las Vegas. Fun time. I've always had a good time in Vegas. Some really great shows back in the day when they used to have truck shows there at the used to be the Hyatt, I think. Right now it's, what is it now? It's
We were at the convention center for quite a while.
yeah, the convention center, and then now it's not the old hotel that it was. As things do in Vegas, it's kind of in flux, right? Things always change, name change. Yeah. So, but anyway, and my bucket list is a golden steer. So I definitely want to.
Hey, you better, if you're going to come in March, you better book it now.
I better book it now. Exactly. That's right. That's right. Ingrid, thank you so much.
Great. You, me, and Ingrid.
What's
That's
that?
it.
What's that?
Date. You, me, and Ingrid.
There it is. Okay.
That's my BFF. There you go.
That's right. That's my BFF right now.
You guys are awesome. Ingrid, thanks for putting this together and helping make it happen. I appreciate that. Everybody for tuning in today. What a great audience you guys have been. A lot of great questions. Save couch for T-Dub wants a couch in the camper. Yeah, right. Well, you never know. I got room, man. So we'll see what happens. Everybody wants to follow you. Give your best in order of where to go to find you and keep tabs on you.
So it's Vegas LargeCar Invitational, or my personal name, Sheri Goldstrom. And I look so forward to having all of you come and visit us.
Awesome. Ingrid, you guys all know where to find.
Being on the show too.
Oh, our pleasure. Thank you for making the time to be here and making yourself available. That's always the tough thing with everybody's schedule. So thank you very much, Sheri. I appreciate you.
It's nice to meet you guys. Thanks, Ingrid.
All right.
I love you, Ingrid.
You got it.
All
Love
right.
you too, girl.
Sheri, I'm going to let you go. Take care. We'll talk again soon.
Thanks.
All right. Ingrid, thanks, girl. Way to go.
There you go. There you
That
go. It was a
That it.
large time had by all. I'm telling you. And I mean,
Yeah.
if you haven't, everybody thinks when you go to Vegas, you've got to gamble and do all this stuff. And I mean, that's great and that's fine. But, a bunch of us, the Zieglers, Kenny and Heather with the beautiful red flat top Pete that you see everywhere with the this winning so much this year. Them and Mondo and Dalton Gebhardt, we all went to see The Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. And if you haven't gone to see something like that or gone to see that and you go to Vegas, you're crazy. You got to go see it. I think kind of everybody spaced out and went and saw it over the week, but it was just it was a good time. It was a good time had by all. People, it's lax enough. You can lock your truck and go do what you want to do for the day. It's not where you need to be by your truck 24 hours a day. It's not something that you need to be, you have a time frame that you have to be there. It's very lax. It's very, but you're right at the entrance. So everybody goes to the fan zone to go in and out. So you figure every fan that's there is going to see it. You get tickets to the bull ring, which is the dirt track on Thursday night too. And that was a blast. It rained and then they had it late. So there's a lot of things going on with this and it's going to be fun. I'm just blessed that she's asked me to join them and help them do this. And I'm excited.
Everybody wants Ingrid.
No, they don't. They probably would like to get rid of it. And I'm just kidding. It's just been fun. It's been
we want Ingrid and I know everybody else does too.
Thank you. It's been a great year, John. We've had a great year.
Good. I like hearing that. 25's been interesting on personal level. There's things that could have been better, but on the other side, things are going well, and we're going to close it out. We're going to close it out in Bakersfield here in November, and we're gonna get on through the holidays and make some fun things happen, and then come through into 26 and hit the ground running, as they say. So
I'm looking forward to seeing y'all there in November.
Yeah, we're gonna miss you
this leg first. So
TFK, you're gonna make it out to TFK in 26.
I should be absolutely. We see where this leg goes. I'll know tomorrow what direction we're going with this leg since I'm sitting here. Yep.
Everybody, just do us all a favor and put Ingrid at the top of your prayer list, and all the others that are out there that need a little bit of some spiritual lifting up. Just put both hands out and give a prayer for those that need the help that only our Lord and Savior can give us, and reach out and bring them along and share that spirit in your light.
Thank you.
We look forward to
everybody we've
being
lost.
Healthy. Yeah, and everybody.
We've lost some lives this week. They're going to be missed, that's for sure.
Yes, we have. All right, my dear, it's been great. Thank you very much. We will catch you next time. All right.
I know it. We're going to do this again.
Yes, we are. Absolutely.
Thanks, John.
Right.
Have a good night. Bye, everybody. Be safe. Take care of each other. Don't forget your prayers.
There you go. All right, everyone. Ingrid Brown, of course, and Sheri Goldstrom, Dan the Man, CG, and Ashleigh on the show this week. Man, what a full show. Everybody, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Keep the shiny side up. If you haven't registered yet for trucking, for the 10-4 Trucker Rodeo, get onto the website and get registered. Pre-registration is not just a thing. It is it. Get it done, and that way when you show up, all you got to do is just pull in, get parked, and have fun. So we want to see y'all there. Be safe. Take care. We'll see you soon. Time's coming. It's going to be here before you know it. The 10-4 Trucker Rodeo and Show, Bakersfield, California, Kern Raceway. All right, y'all. Take care. We'll see you soon, maybe sooner than next week, but we'll definitely see you next week. Take care.